If you're dealing with debt, you know how frustrating it can be, and so do we. We're Family Credit Management, and over the past 20 years, our experts have helped thousands of families conquer their debt. What we do is work with you and your creditors to find a customized solution to your finances. Isn't it time you took control of your financial future? As one of the nation's largest nonprofit credit counseling agencies, we're trusted experts who can really help. But you must take the first step.
Hey, good evening. We are back another week for another show today, and we are talking again about all types of money problems, all types of issues that you may have regarding your finances. My name is Letitia Griffin, and I'm your certified credit counselor and consumer advocate, here to share with you all tips, ideas, situations, anything that you may have questions about, anything that you may have problems with. So over the next 30 minutes, if you've got any types of questions at all, feel free to give us a call. And we are starting today's show off with our first caller. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hi, when is my debt too old to pay on my credit report?
Okay, and a lot of people look at their credit report and don't realize this too, but what you're referring to is called the Statute of Limitations, and that just means like how long the debt will be on your credit report. Now, if you pull your report yourself, the credit bureaus are really great about telling you when the information will actually fall off of your credit report. Now, if someone else, like a lender or someone, pulls it for you, you may not have that date. But typically in Illinois, the Statute of Limitations is 7 years for you to pay on a bad or an old debt. After that, creditors really cannot collect on it. Now, that doesn't mean that they won't try. They really have up to 14 years, but a lot of them give up after 7. So that's just something good to know. We use the number 7 for a lot of different reasons when we talk about our credit and making things better, and debt and finances too. So 7 years is how long you have to pay on a bad debt. And we'll talk a little bit about the credit score later on too, to just go over how bad debts affect your credit score and how long those last, because that time frame is actually a whole lot different. So we'll go over that in a little bit. Over the past few weeks, though, we've been talking about the holidays and things that are coming up. So I just want to make sure that you all are keeping an eye on your finances, making sure that you are looking at your finances, looking at your budget, looking at what you are spending, and just being smart and making smart decisions about your finances, about your spending, and about your debt. Last thing you want to do is, after the holidays is over, is have a lot of debt and credit card bills left and no way to pay them. So you want to make sure that you're keeping your eye on it right now and you know what you're getting yourselves into. Now, also, during this time of year, sometimes people struggle to pay their finances, and they struggle with a lot of different things as well. So if you have problems, if you're having help with your finances, with your any types of medical bills, collection agencies, credit card bills, feel free to contact a counselor at Family Credit at 800-994-3328. There are great counselors on standby to answer any questions that you may have. They are also there to review your credit report with you, go over a budget, whatever you may need. Those financial counselors can help you. Also, if you have internet access, you can go online to Family Credit at www.familycredit.org, and you can chat live with a counselor. Great feature that I do want you to use and know that's there. So we've been talking again about our finances and financial assistance, and a little bit of financial assistance that's going on. If you are struggling with your utility bills, it is really, really important for you to seek help. And there are a lot of different there's a lot of different options out there for you too. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with LIHEAP or CETA. And if you want to give CETA a call just to see how you can get some help, how you can get assistance, their number is 800-571-2332. That's 800-571-2332. And a lot of people just think that CETA offers help with utilities, but they offer so much more too. So it's always great to look them up and see what assistance that you qualify for. If you're looking for assistance with your utility bills, just keep in mind, especially now with the it's starting to get cold, you don't want to be without gas. So there are some programs going on that you can qualify for. And if you're looking for a short-term payment plan, People's Gas, Nicor, they can help you out with that. So be sure to contact them directly, let them know your situation, what's going on, and they can tell you how you can qualify for assistance. Also, if you are looking at your gas bill and you'll see your total amount due and you know that that balance is too much, you should also see a minimum payment due as well, which if you pay that minimum payment, then that should be able to keep your gas on a little bit longer as well. Looks like we've got another caller. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hi, I really need to repair my credit, and someone suggested a secured credit card. Can you explain what that is?
Okay. Well, when you're looking to repair your credit, secured credit card is a good way for you to start. Now, with a secured credit card, basically you are saying you're putting down the amount in funds that you want for the credit limit. So, with a secured card, if you've got $200, you send that to the credit card company and they will give you a $200 credit card limit. You'll pay on that card every single month like a regular credit card, and that way by you making your payments each and every single month, you're building your credit, even though you've had to put down the money for it. So it's like you've got some skin in the game. You put down the money for it, you're making your payments, it's reporting to the credit bureaus. Now, the great part about this is that as you go on and you continue to make your payments, it's reporting positively, and after maybe 6 months or a year, no one can even tell that it was a secured account in the first place, because if you've made all of your payments, you've done what you're supposed to do on the account, you've kept it in good standing, those creditors will change the marking on your credit report from secured credit card to just a regular revolving credit card account. And that's what you want. That's what's really going to help your score. So that's something that you want to look at getting. The secured cards are a great way to start trying to rebuild or to help maintain your credit. So look into those options. You can go to bankrate.com to find a list. Actually, they've got a really great calculator on their website, and you pretty much just put in what you're looking for in a credit card. And a secured card, you put in what you're looking for, put secured card, and they'll give you the best secured card options that are there. Another thing that you can do is go to your bank or financial institution and ask them if they have a secured card program or any type of credit rebuilding products as well. So great places to start. So if you're looking for some help, it's out there. You just need to know where to go. And you can contact a counselor at Family Credit at 800-994-3328. So we were talking again about those assistance programs that are out there to help with your utilities and things like that. So we talked about contacting Nicor, we talked about LIHEAP and CETA. Also, there is some payment options that are out there if you are experiencing medical problems. Let's say you're not able to make your utility payments because of medical problems. You can actually talk to the utility company and you can have them let them know you're having trouble. They may ask you to send in some verification or some written verification from your doctor, and that shouldn't be too hard to provide. But you can get up to like 60 days or longer, especially if you're struggling to make that payment, which will last you like even throughout the winter. Just stay in contact with them and be diligent about it. If you need help, you know it's out there. We just need for you to find it. Another great program that's out there also is the sharing program, and it's the Share the Warmth program. People's Gas is doing one, Nicor they do one, and a lot of times what happens is people will donate on when they pay their own utilities. They may volunteer to help pay someone else's as well. And so a lot of times those grants are available through the utility companies where someone has already given the money that can help you pay your bills and bring yourselves current. So those are great options when you're struggling, especially it's about to get cold, so you want to make sure that you are not without heat. So look into those programs. Again, you can call the city's 311 program, find out more information, or call CETA directly. And you can reach them at 800-571-2332. Again, if you've got some questions or you need some other resources other than that, you can contact a counselor or go online, familycredit.org, or 800-994-3328. Again, I was telling you that CETA also has some other programs that you can also get help with. And just so you know, a lot of people don't know this. CETA has an auto repair program where if you are having problems with your automobile, they will help you get it fixed. They'll give you what you need to get it fixed. And so there's a way for you to get help with that too. So if you're having problems with your car, CETA can help you with that. If you need help with a dentist or dental care, CETA also has some assistance available for that. Also, if you are just having problems finding a job, CETA's there too. So like I said, they've got a lot of great resources that you can call and find out more information about. Most likely you just need to be a resident of Cook County and meet the income guidelines. And if you live outside of Cook County, you can also call and get recommendations through LIHEAP for wherever you may be living. So just look around for that assistance. Look like we've got another caller. Hi, welcome to the show.
What makes a bank deny you a bank account?
Like a regular checking account or a savings account?
Yes.
Okay. Now, all the banks, their goal is to open up the account, so they want to open it, but they do check your background and they check your banking background, which is kind of like your credit report, but it's called your check systems report. And they keep track of everything that has happened from the past 7 years, just like the credit bureaus looks at like 7 to 10 years, the check systems report does the same. And so what they do is if you've got any negatives, if you've had a bad bank account, if you've written bad checks, there may be something there on your check systems reports that's stopping that bank from opening up that account. So you do want to call and get a copy of your check systems report. Now the check systems report, you can get a copy for free as well. And so I want to encourage you to do that because you need to know what all these bureaus, what they're reporting, what information is on there. And it could be something that may not be yours, or it could be something that's really old, something you've forgotten about, but the only way for you to know is to actually check it. So after you check your check systems report, then you can see what's needed to get that taken care of. You may owe a few dollars to a bank, or it may not, like I said, it may not be yours, and it's something that you can dispute. Best way to find out is to get your check systems report. Now, I don't have the check systems number with me right now, but you can contact Family Credit and they can give you the number for check systems, or you can go online to consumerdebit.com and get that your check systems report. But that's a great question, great place for you to start. So you do want to know that information that's out there. There are other bureaus that's tracking your information, and so you should know what's on it. Not only is there the check systems report, there's a medical information bureau as well, where they're reporting things on you as well. You've got the student loan, those are all being reported. So if you're looking for a place to figure out how many different bureaus or how many different types of reporting agencies are keeping track of your information, you can go to privacyrights.org and just find a listing of all of the different bureaus that keep track of your information. Like I said, it's not just your credit. They're looking at your medical, they're looking at your bank account information, and they're looking to make sure that they're not victims of fraud as well. So keep that in mind when you're looking, when you're thinking about your information and keeping it safe. We talked a few weeks ago about identity theft, so that's why it's really great for you to also pull those bureaus too, because you want to have a handle on where your name is, what's being reported, and what's out there. Looks like we've got another caller. Hi, welcome to the show.
Well, hello. I was wanting to know what would be a good credit score to buy a new car.
Okay, now when you're looking to buy a car, you want to have the best possible score you can. A lot of places will finance you if you have a score of like 550. That's not really a good score though, because keep in mind your credit score ranges from 350 to 850. So a lot of people try and stay around, or they aim for a score of about 700. If you've got a score of maybe about 620 or so, you can probably find decent financing. But anywhere between that or under, you probably won't get the best financing at all. So you want to make sure that you're not taking a bad loan either, because there are some people out there that say, yes, you've got a credit score of about 530 or 550, I'll give you a car, you just need to make your payments every single month, we'll give you a car that interest rate is 28%. That's not a good deal. 28% is ludicrous. So you want to make sure that you know how much your payments are going to be every single month. You want to know what that interest rate is and how long that loan is supposed to run. So be on the lookout. And if you don't qualify for anything that's around 10% or better, then you may want to wait, try and get your credit in better standing. Contact a counselor, see about what you can do to improve your score. And again, number's 800-994-3328. But you don't want to set yourself up for failure. So if you go to a car dealership, they give you a loan for 28% interest, and you're making that payment, your payments might even be like $500 for the next 6 or 7 years. You don't want to put yourself in something where you're stretching it out that long and that interest is that high. So be careful with that. Look around, try and find the best options. Remember, rate shopping is okay as long as it's done within a 30 to 45 day time period. Only counts as one hit against your credit score. So you want to keep that in mind too. Look at other different places. Go to talk to your financial institution. See if they can help you. Look at the credit unions in the community, because these places, they're there to help you. You don't want to be at risk. You don't want to get a high interest rate either. So look around, find the best deal that works for you. Now, again, we've been talking a little bit about our finances, about credit. Want to make sure that heading into the new year that you're keeping things in check and that you're looking at your credit report. A lot of people haven't even given it a thought. There's a lot of people out there though that are diligent and are looking at the different ways that they can monitor their credit report. So let's talk about that a little bit too. Number one place that you can monitor your credit report, annualcreditreport.com. Best place for you to go. You get your free credit report and you've got access to all of the bureaus. Gives you everything, no obligation. Now, if you look at other different places out there, you've got Credit Karma, which is really great. It offers you a score, but here's the difference between what you see on Annual Credit Report and what you see on Credit Karma. Credit Karma may not be as up to date and as accurate as the annualcreditreport.com or going directly to the credit bureaus, because Credit Karma and all those other places out there, they are resellers of the score, meaning that they had to buy the score from someone else and they had to buy it from the credit bureaus. So by them doing that, by the time you actually get the information, sometimes it's a little old, it doesn't seem updated, you know you made your payment, it's not showing yet, that sort of thing, because it takes time for those things to be reported. So make sure that you are using annualcreditreport.com to monitor your score. You can do it once a quarter and that will space out those reports for you nicely. If you're using Credit Karma, just keep in mind that what you see may not be as accurate as what someone would see if they are pulling your credit if they are pulling your score to give you credit. So just keep that in mind too. There are other tools out there that are being offered. You've got CreditWise through Capital One, they offer that. Discover offers a FICO score. There's so many places that are offering FICO scores too. So you want to make sure that the information you're receiving is accurate and is up to date. And when you have resellers in mind, sometimes that information won't be as accurate as you want it to be, but as long as you know, then you are able to discern for yourself whether the information is accurate or true. Another thing that I want you to think about when you're looking at your credit score is you need to know what you have out there and you need to know what's on your report. Make sure that information is accurate. So first thing you need to do is take an inventory of the information that you have there, and keep in mind a few things that I want you to pay attention to and look at when you're looking at your credit report. First, list all of your creditors' names. You want to look at their balances as well as your credit limits. Next thing you want to look at is the date of last activity and the date that the account was open. The reason why the dates are important is because if you've got a credit card and it's just being reported or you just opened it, when you just open an account, sometimes it causes your score to drop a little bit. And that's because you've got this brand new account out there. There's no information, no history. It's just being established. So yes, it is going to affect your score. It is going to make things fall. But keep in mind that you've gotten this to improve your credit and you want to keep things decent and in order. So one thing for you to do is just make sure that you look at your report and you know for yourself, okay, yes, right now my score did just drop a few points, but I'm going to use this card. I'm going to pay on it every single month, and 6 months your score should be stronger than it is today. You keep going with that same mindset. A year from now, your score will have greatly improved because you are managing that credit, and hopefully you're managing it responsibly. There's a couple of tips that I can share with you, but if you've got some time and you need to talk about other tips, you can reach a counselor and they can go over things with you that will help you maintain your score, help you keep things nice and in order so that your score will rebuild and rebound. So when you're looking at your report, you've taken an inventory, you've looked at your credit balances, you've looked at your credit limits. Now I want you to compare the two. Anytime you're looking at your credit cards, you want to make sure that you stay under your credit limits, and you want to make sure that your creditors are reporting that information accurately. Not too long ago, some of the credit card companies got in trouble because they were reporting your balance and the credit limit as the same amount. So remember, that's the balance and the credit limit being reported as the same amount. So that way it looks like you're not using your, that you don't have any available credit because you've used it all up, because now you've got no credit. And that actually affects the relationship that you have with your lenders, because now your score will fall. So you want to make sure that you keep that in mind, make sure they're reporting that information accurately. Looks like we've got another caller. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hello, I just have a question.
Okay, what can we do for you?
I applied for a loan and was denied. What is the best site to get my credit report, and then what should I look for?
Okay, now because you were denied, your creditor will automatically send you what's called an adverse action letter. I do want you to wait for that adverse action letter so that you know the reasons behind your denial. And that letter will tell you exactly what they looked at. Now, sometimes it may be a little bit hard to understand because of the way that they worded things, but you want to get that letter. And with that letter, they are giving you permission to contact the credit bureaus that they received the report for, and you will get a free credit report sent to you. So that's why you want to wait for that letter. That way you can use that and get your free report. Now, if there's some things that are wrong on your report, you need to fix it, you can dispute it. And every time you do a dispute, you will get a new report sent to you once that dispute is over, and you'll get an update of what was changed on your report. So that's always great for you to see. But the best place for you to go is use that adverse action letter, go directly to the credit bureaus, and then, like I said, you can always go to annualcreditreport.com to get that report, see what's on it, see what's affecting you, and then you can work on improving things. If you've got to dispute something, each one of the credit bureaus, they have an education center on their website. Now it's transunion.com, Equifax.com, and Experian.com. So you can dispute directly with the credit bureaus. Now you will have to log in or create an account so that you can log back in and see what the status of everything is. When you do a dispute, this creditor has they've got 45 days to get back to you. But they have 30 days to let you know that they received your notice. And a lot of times nowadays, with the use of technology, with everything that's going on, the credit bureaus are getting back to you within about 2 weeks, letting you know that they received your dispute. This is what they're doing. Give them some time, or they may even follow up with you a few weeks later, and they'll give you that information. But you've got access to it. You can get that information. You can find out what's going on your report, and you can see why you were denied. Now, if your reason for denial was not valid, you can contact that creditor again, and they can redo their decision based off of the new information that you found, as long as you do it within 45 days of your denial. So keep that in mind. Now, next week we'll be back to talk a little bit more about some other things, but if we can get to this last caller, let's see if we can answer their question. Oh, looks like, okay, well, we are out of time. If you've got any other questions, feel free to call back next week, and then we can answer whatever questions that you may have. So be safe this holiday season. Make sure you're checking your finances. Stay to your list. keep your information safe, then look at reviewing your credit report. So we will see you back next week, and we'll talk some more about some other financial problems and issues, any concerns that you have, and we'll see you then. Take care.